everyone. My name is Shavel. I am a realtor slash artist by trade. I am here in Zimbabwe doing some projects with my artistry, but I want to talk to you about real estate. I worked for Keller Williams for quite some time, the Palm Beach branch in Florida. And I'm here to speak to Leonita a bit about some real estate and how they do it here in Zimbabwe, how we do it there in America, and just to find some similarities and differences and just go from there.
Hi everyone, I'm Leonita Mishi, the CEO of House of Stone Properties based in Zimbabwe. I'm the principal registered agent as well as a property lawyer. And I'm here with Shavel, so delighted to be with her and to learn more about the real estate market in America. So stay tuned as we discuss this further.
So Leonita, how many properties would you say you currently have in your portfolio right now?
Right now we've got about 100 properties.
Wow.
We've got houses and stands. We've got townhouses. We've got developments as well. And we're getting more, especially on developments.
Oh, okay, nice. How do you guys have like a, because in the US we have what we call the MLS, like a database that has like all the properties. So say for example, if I want my client wants a property in this area.
Yes.
I know I go on the database, I put the area, and then all the properties meeting that criteria comes up. Does it work like that here? Do you guys have like an ad service? How do you get those properties advertised on?
Well, here we've got websites.
Okay.
And we also have other property websites where you can advertise your properties. We've got places like Property Book, like Classifieds,
okay,
and you've got also danai.co.zw, and there are other property platforms also that we can advertise. So you can actually search either on the website or on those property websites.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we advertise. We also do, show days. I think you call them
showings.
Showings.
Yeah. Showings.
Yeah, we call them show days, and it's normally about 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on the type of property.
Yeah.
But it's between 2 and 3 hours.
Well, that's pretty long. Normally ours is like 30 minutes.
Really?
We just walk around.
Yeah.
But maybe extending the time is beneficial, because sometimes what happens is the client is like, oh well, whatever I saw in these couple minutes I don't really like, so let's move on.
Yeah.
And what happens is you show and you show and
you show
and you show and you finally think you found the best property, and you bring the client and you're like, no, I don't like that light bulb. I don't like that shutter. Like, so how do you guys work around that? Do you find that you normally tailor the property to the client, or do you guys show a lot as well?
Well, normally when a client contacts us, either via the website, it's because they've seen a property that they like.
Specifically.
Yes, specifically, and we also have an interview with them. So that we get to know them and get to see if we can find something that is suitable for them. So yeah, we also come across those clients that they say we like the pictures, we like everything, and they take too long to make a decision.
Yeah, and then it's gone.
And then it's gone by the time they say, you know what, I love that property and I want it, but it's gone.
It's gone.
But we always make sure we find something else for them. But yeah.
That initial meeting, we kind of call it like an intake, where we, ask the questions, interviews. I'm assuming it's similar. That's very, very important, because, as I said, when they get to the property and there's something out of whack, you can say, well, you said that this is what you liked, and this is, so sometimes you can negotiate with them, but clients are hard sometimes.
Yeah, but you also get those that so quick to make the decision.
Okay.
They get into a property, they like it, or they like the location.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, you know what, I'm not going to waste time, let's do this.
Location is key too, right?
Location is key.
Location is key.
Yeah, and that's why the interview is also very important,
Yeah.
because you get to ask about their budget. You don't want to take someone to $1 million property when they've got $200,000.
So with
So,
us,
yeah.
with that process, we kind of eliminate that because we already have you qualified
Yeah,
before
okay.
we show.
Oh,
So for
alright.
example, we will say, you know, sometimes the client has their own loan officer. Say they bank with a certain bank. They would have already had, you know, some type of pre-approval, we call it. So you have to have a pre-approval before we go out and show, because it's gonna waste our time. We have to, as you said, keep you within your price range. If you don't have a pre-approval, then we get you a pre-approval. So it's like a soft pull, because in America we have like credit scores.
Yeah.
So it's a soft pull to your credit score. Then we see, okay, based on your credit, based on the amount of income you have, based on the amount of money you have at the bank, these are the properties that we can show.
Oh, well,
So
yeah,
it's, so we don't bring
different.
you to $1 million house and we don't let you get it. So, you know,
it's
we get
different because
pre-approvals.
we don't have the
Pre-approvals.
Yeah,
Okay.
credit score.
Yeah.
Pre-approval, you only get it if you're getting a bank mortgage.
Got you.
Yeah, but
So there are
otherwise,
other mortgages like.
yes, we've got lenders like NBS,
Oh,
FBC.
like
you know.
okay, like hard lenders that you
Yes.
maybe the interest rate is a bit higher than the bank.
Yes.
Understand.
So you get those, but otherwise, mostly they're cash transactions in Zimbabwe. So you can't pre-approve that.
Yeah.
But you can ask for proof of funds.
Proof of funds.
Yeah, depending.
Okay,
So
okay.
because some sellers they ask for proof of
Yes,
funds.
yes, because obviously they don't want to get into anything binding before they know. Okay.
So tell me, in Zimbabwe we call it a mandate instruction form, where a seller gives us permission to sell their property. What do you have something like that?
Yeah, it's like a seller's contract.
Oh, okay.
So basically, we go to the home, we speak to the owner of the home. If we have to, sometimes we have to stage the property because a lot of times it's too personal to the seller. So you'll see their family photos up, their family heirloom couch that looks like it's a million years old and it's not appealing to a buyer. So then we speak to the client, hey, would you like for us to come and stage? And we go in, we bring nice flowers like this, beautiful paintings, couches, you know, because we have like a company that will come in and do that. So we stage the property, and now we take professional photos. We have a photographer that comes in, takes professional photos. Now the property looks like what you want for it.
All right.
You know what I mean? So the price ticket that you put on it, now you can get it based on the aesthetics, right? So then after that, now we go into a contract. I am your realtor for this property. You can't. There's no other realtor that can come in if ever this property is sold, even if someone comes and just walks off the street and comes in and you know wants to make an offer, they have to go through me.
Oh, okay.
So I have to, you know, you send them, hey, this is my realtor, you give them my card, they call me, I discuss with them, and then I present you with the offer that they would have based on their pre-approval.
I think that's a better way of doing it. I think here we have what we call soul mandates.
Soul mandates.
And exclusive and soul mandates.
Gotcha.
But they also give out a general mandate. Here they're giving so many different agents. So a buyer can actually go behind an agent's back to the seller and conclude a deal. So these are some of the loopholes of the general mandate. But for something like a sole mandate, it's exactly what you've described.
Right, yeah.
They will say, you know what, speak to my agent.
Yeah, that's it.
And you're actually protected in that.
Yeah. So that's how we you know, that seller's contract is very important. If you don't, that's not signed, we can't really talk. I can't tell you, I can't bring in my stager, I can't bring in my photographer, I can't bring that in because then there's no beneficial, you know, there's no weight for me. So once that ink is dry, then we're ready to go, because now I am working for you and I'm on board with everything, because of course the price that you want for your property is the price I want you to get, or even higher if I can, because that's going to also benefit me.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I hope so many Zimbabwean sellers would take note of that.
Yes.
Because you do put in a lot of hours.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
marketing and staging.
Especially.
We're also doing staging in Zimbabwe.
Nice.
So there's a lot of work involved. Of course, the commissions are good, but you put a lot of energy and a lot of work into it. So.
And I heard that I think the commissions here are better.
Oh yeah.
The percentages are higher because our percentages you can't even go over 4%.
Oh really?
Yeah, per agent. So.
Oh wow. Ours is the minimum is 5%. Nowadays people are negotiating, but the minimum, which is stipulated by the estate agents, is 5%. But you can go as high as 7.5%. There was a time when 7.5 was actually the standard.
Girl.
I know.
Really?
And then when we switched to the Zim dollar, I mean from the Zim dollar to United States dollar,
It went down.
It went down to
Got you.
5%. Yeah.
Got you. But yeah, that's, I mean, it's a lot of work. So that amount is substantial.
It's a set
lot
of
work.
skills that you know,
Yes.
because people tend to think, you know, as it's very easy to be an agent. I can close a sale, make thousands of dollars, but it's like a skill that
It is a skill.
you know, that you require.
And you have to be able to negotiate and pair the customer's wants with the features and have the gift of gab to say, oh no, you know, because trust me, a lot of times you save deals by how you present information, right?
Yes.
So the client could be like, oh, well, I don't want this, but you can say, well, look at this side, look at the bright side. And if you didn't come up with that, the client wouldn't even be on board. So for sure, you have to be very skilled.
And you know, I always emphasize on building relationships.
Oh, yes.
You know, I want to maintain those relationships even after you have closed the sale.
Yes,
you
yes.
know.
Because
So I prefer to have relationships with my clients, and the more I get to know about them, the more I'm able to serve them better. Yeah.
And the key to that too is the referrals.
Oh yes,
The
definitely. That'll bring a lot of business, right?
Yes, the referrals.
Yeah.
If they love you, listen.
Yeah.
Even now, since I'm doing more like art with my music, I still get my clients like, listen, I need a lease for my daughter. I'm like, I'm in Africa. You know what I mean?
But I'm here to listen to your music, eh?
Oh yes.
You're here to sing to me.
Yes, I'll definitely. You'll hear all of my music.
I can't wait.
You love it. Love it. Yes.
You've been in Zimbabwe for how long now?
It's almost a month.
Oh really?
Yeah, about 3 weeks and some days.
How are you finding it?
I love Zimbabwe.
Really?
Yes, I'm not gonna be able to stay away for very long. The people, you guys are different than the West.
Really?
Yeah, the West. Everyone is hustle bustle, all for themselves. But I find that you guys are more communal, like about everyone else and helping everyone. And trust me,
we call it Ubuntu.
What?
Ubuntu.
Oh, I can't say one more time.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu?
Yes, I am, because we are.
Oh, that's lovely.
So it's community based.
Oh, that's lovely.
You know? So,
I am, because we are. That's very lovely. Yeah, that we don't have that.
Really?
In America, in Jamaica. In Jamaica, it's a bit better.
Yeah.
Because I'm originally from Jamaica.
Okay.
It's a little bit better, but in the U.S., it's like every man for themselves.
Yeah.
Even in the real estate game, like a lot of times, if you have friends that are realtors, so if I'm away, a friend of mine will show a property for me, or But if you're not sharp, they will take your client. Okay?
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So it's not a communal thing, but here I find that it's very, very different.
Oh, thank you. So
Just
happy.
the people. Yeah.
So which places have you visited?
I visited a couple places. I stay in Harare for a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I went to Nyanga.
Oh, okay.
Which was very nice, really, really nice. Reminded me a lot of Jamaica, but more like mountains and rocks.
Yeah.
I'm so fascinated with the rocks.
Oh, really?
I was like, I saw that rock in the Lion King.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? So the rocks are really, really cool. I went to Mbare, which
Oh
was very
wow!
like
How was that?
a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions, like
Yeah.
roller coaster, because at first I'm like, I look at the people and everyone's so happy,
Yeah.
despite
What's
the
going
living
on?
situation, and my eyes cannot connect how this living situation result in these type of people.
Yeah.
But it's just a different type of mindset that we have. And then you see a lot of the poverty, and then the children break me down. Like when I see, certain things, but they're happy. They're happy and they're okay and they're living their life. But I guess I'm comparing, because I have a son. My son is 4.
Oh, right.
So when I see children at his size, and like this little girl, she put like a cardboard down and she was gonna take a nap like right there where we were, and I was just like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I can't. This is gonna make me sad.
Yeah.
But then, as I said, the mentality of the people are different. Like
the mentality is different.
Where I'm from could never be okay.
Yeah.
Like it would be chaos based on just the perception of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're a bit laid back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got its pros and cons, but I like the idea that they are happy.
Yes.
Although we earn and we yearn for more, we wish we could do more, especially for housing.
Yes.
And provide better housing for them.
True.
And because it's the oldest suburb in Harare, did you know that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and did you, there's a marketplace?
Yes, I went to the marketplace.
As well?
Yes. The marketplace looks a lot like Jamaica, like our downtown market. It's very similar, very similar. But this Mbari, because we went into the buildings, so I was able to see like the state of the buildings, and the condition of how the people live, and that part was heartbreaking for me. Very heartbreaking. But then I understood the reason I was there. I have to have gratitude for what I have. Especially when I go home. And listen, we worry about the wrong things in life.
And you know what? Speaking of the wrong things, when you look at COVID, COVID actually made us realize the importance of family.
Yes,
and imagine in a place like Murray, they were telling us to social distance.
Oh, yeah.
How they're supposed to social distance.
That's true.
But the good thing that I know, which is in the pipeline, is they're going to destroy that whole area and build a new place. This is something that the government is currently working on, so that they provide them with better accommodation and just destroy that whole area and build new apartments.
Hopefully the transition will be beneficial for the people. Because sometimes, like they do that in the U.S. sometimes with what they would call the ghettos.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the people don't like it because they're used to, they're old. Yeah. So hopefully it does transition well for them. And anything that's better, sometimes we don't, based on our perspective, we don't really see it as better. We may see it as, the government is coming in and changing things and stuff. So hopefully it works for them. But that definitely was an experience. It was a real experience, because that morning I was frustrated because I couldn't get my eyelash on. You know what I mean? And I was annoyed. And now I'm here, and these people they live like this, and they're extremely happy. And I'm worried that my eyelash is gonna fall off, and I'm gonna have a meltdown because of it. For what? It's not worth it. So trust me, it helped me to change my perspective, how I look at things, grateful for everything, every single thing. If I'm in a situation that's not working out, well, I am here, and I'm here for a reason. I have gratitude to go to the next step.
I love that.
Yeah,
and
so,
did you manage to visit any rural areas?
Not really. I went to, what is that place called?
Mandora?
Mashedi? What's it called? Mashreed? No. wrong place. I don't remember the name, but it was a rural area that we went, but it was in the night, so I didn't really get to see a lot of stuff. But hopefully before I leave, you know, I'll get to actually see those areas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Passing, like when we were going to Nyanga though, we saw some, you know, some rural stuff, but not deep into it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any developments that you have seen? Like, have you been to the Border Brook? Or
no.
Upmarket development, housing development?
We went to like a condo, I think a couple days ago, close to, where am I staying? What's the name of the place?
Oh, girl! It's alright, it's okay.
Yeah, so it was a condo, but it was different than what I was, you know, what I usually see here. It's very similar to the States. The setup of it, the kitchen. So yeah, I did experience that as well. And then I was in Greendale for a while. I was staying in a very nice Airbnb. So very, very nice. So
that's nice.
Yeah, so I saw the other side too of Zimbabwe.
That is good.
Yes.
Because we don't run around with animals, eh?
No, you don't live in huts. And no, it's not like that. So yeah, I definitely.
Did you manage to experience? You know, here we've got totems. Do you have that in Jamaica?
No, we have no background. We were stolen and we have nothing.
Really?
We have no ancestral nothing. We try to, like, because we know we're like, a lot of Jamaicans are from like Ghana, you know, or like, you know, that area. So we try to connect, but it's not the same because all of that was lost. It's like generations of not knowing who you are. Yeah. And then you have to kind of create your own identity. Okay. So what are those?
You know, long back, it was used for identity, like for a family to know that, you know, you've got 3 brothers, so that there's no intermarriage within the community. So they'll say, you know what, you are the Mbizi clan, or like myself, I'm from the Mbizi clan, which is the zebra. So you've got traits of the animal within you. And my animal spirit really is the lion, because my name Leonita means lioness. So you exhibit some of those things. Gotcha. But it was really generally for identification process.
And so you found that whoever was like a certain animal would be together, another type of animal would be. It was like tribal. Okay.
Yeah, so you can't marry. I can't marry a Samita. He's from the Mbizi clan. So he's like my brother or my dad or my uncle. So I can't marry those people. I can marry from the Mofu clan. I can marry from the Elephant clan.
So even if it's not related like by blood, you still can't marry within your clan?
You can't. Long back they used to call it, what was the name? They would actually have a ceremony where they'll come with a white cow. It was difficult to find. That's how they made it very difficult. And then they had the ceremony where they'll say, okay, fine, now you're no longer relatives. You can now marry each other.
That's very different.
Yeah, but nowadays they don't do that. I haven't heard that in a while.
We don't have any of that. Funny story. One year when we went back to Jamaica, my cousin brought her boyfriend and he ended up being like her cousin, which was crazy. My grandpa was like, but I know you. I know your father. I know you. And my cousin was like, no you don't, grandpa. You don't know him. He's from another place. And I was like, no, your face. And then when they trace it, we're family. My cousin was disgusted.
I can imagine.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, those things happen. Yeah. Because we don't have any of that.
You don't have that. No, we're proud of it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just for identification.
Yes, and that's important because you have to know who you are, to know what you want, to know yourself, like your everything about yourself to get to a better place. So that's very important.
I just wanted to make sure I don't say something that It's okay. Bye.
But yeah, the real estate industry is very similar when it boils down to it. Because I mean, how many ways is it gonna be to sell a house? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I forgot to ask you about, we've got an estate agents council here, where the negotiators that they go and they're registered there. Yeah.
So with us, the realtors do everything. We don't even have attorneys. We don't even use attorneys.
Oh, really?
There's an in-house attorney for the actual firm, so for the brokerage, so like for your office, you have your in-house. But to do transactions, the realtor is the one that negotiates everything, writes the contracts, because we have a database with set contracts for everything.
Oh, you've got a set contract.
So for example,
okay.
say you want to do a lease, right? You go on the database, we have a lease for an as-is property.
Yeah.
So you want to have a purchase for an as-is property, meaning this is how I'm selling it, I'm not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
It's a specific contract. So everything is kind of generic.
All right.
So that's what makes it easy for the realtor to be able to do stuff, because then you're not all over the place, it's one thing. So say you're purchasing a home that's not as is. Say that the seller is like, okay, well, I'll drop the price and fix the bathroom, or I'll, up the price and do this or whatever. Then that's a different contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We have...
Wow, this has been quite interesting and eye-opening. Thank you so much, Shavel, for coming and visiting us, visiting our beautiful country.
Of course.
And next time when you come, we'll maybe go to Vic Falls and Great Zimbabwe.
Yes,
we'll visit more places.
Yes.
But thank you so much for coming to House of Stone offices and telling us more about Keller Williams, America, and we look forward to hosting you again.
Of course, it was lovely. The pleasure was all mine being here. Again, an amazing experience. I learned so much.
Yeah.
And I am definitely coming back before the year ends, because I won't be able to stay away from here. I know that. So I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Shavel. I am here on a art project. I am working on an EP. So you guys will definitely be able to hear a lot of my music and check out a lot of my stuff on Instagram, on Facebook, as well as YouTube.
All right, thank you from Leonita Mishi, House of Stone Properties. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you so much. And have a safe flight back.
Thank you.
All right then. Okay.